TK, I gotta tell you, I went and saw you at the Ice House, and it's the first time I saw your stand-up live in person.
Yes.
Oh my God, it was just amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my man. It was good to see you there laughing too.
I was dying.
And I finally saw your significant other, and I see why you married.
Yeah,
beautiful young lady.
And then it's funny because if you take your lady or your significant other to a TK show,
that's right,
you're gonna laugh, and your girl might look at you like,
That's so true. That's so true. You're so right. It's so right. Yeah, but I'm glad that you came out. It was really good look.
Yeah, for sure.
I really appreciate that.
It's crazy too, man, because I feel like more than ever, comedy. Everyone's talking about comedy.
Isn't that a great thing? Shout out to Katt Williams. Let's show him some love.
For sure.
Shout out to Katt for bringing comedy to the forefront of entertainment.
Yeah.
And if you've been around a long time, you know you only get 10 minutes in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to capitalize off this, because next week it'll be something else.
Yep.
Right?
No, for sure.
Next week was something.
He's had a chokehold the first couple weeks of the new year.
Because you know Puffy happy.
Puffy's happy.
Yeah, because we're not talking about him no more.
A lot of people are happy.
Yeah, everybody's
Joe
talking
Biden's
about,
happy.
Yeah,
Shit.
Joe Biden. Yep. Everybody's talking about something else. So it's a good moment.
No, for sure. When you saw the interview, because I don't know if you watched all of it. Because
I didn't watch any of it. So what I did was I talked to different people,
right,
and I saw different clips, and I was able to segue and put my own.
It's a lot. It's 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2 days. So I did my own thing on it. But at first I had one opinion.
Mm-hmm. What was that first opinion?
The other opinion was I didn't like Shannon Sharp allowing Katt to talk about everybody. Because as a man, I felt like, we don't do that on this show. You're supposed to stop him. As a man, that's how I move. But then someone told me, no, T, those people went on those shows prior to him coming.
Which is almost why he wanted to go on.
Exactly, and they talked about him, and that's what it started. So then they got what they deserve.
Yeah, it was kind of like fair game at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm here to defend myself,
right,
and retort everything that has been said on the same platform.
So when I saw that, I respected that, and I left it that way.
How much of what Katt was saying would you say is, entertainment inflated, and how much of it? Because I feel like that there was enough truth in there for people to get to talking, but I feel like there was also certain stuff like
I would say 99% of it was inflated.
Right, especially the running the
40, yeah. I think I talked about it on stage.
You talked about it on stage
because when I
used to run track, right?
I used to run track, and if people don't know something.
Well, you run a track at CSUN out here?
I sure was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I was on my way to the Olympic trials when I was out here.
Wow.
And the thing about track, and if people don't know it, you believe almost anything. And I tell people, Katt said he could run a 4.4 at 50 years old. And I said, Deion Sanders, who was one of the fastest people in the world, ran a 4.1 when he was 20-something years old.
Right.
And Katt said he ran that fast with sweats on.
As a 50-year-old man.
As a 50-year-old man. It just don't add up.
It don't add up.
So I put $20,000 on the bet out there to race Katt. Now, it's not going to be a fast race.
But you'll win.
I'll win. It's not going to be a fast race. If people are saying 4.4 is fast, me and Katt literally can probably run a 40-yard dash in 6'9", maybe 7'3", 7'4". That's my prediction.
And you're the expert, so I don't know how.
Yeah, because I'm 63 years old. So, 63, you're not running a 4-something. It's impossible.
Or at 50.
Or 50. Yeah. It's impossible.
Unless you're Usain Bolt, maybe. When Usain Bolt's 50, maybe.
Maybe.
Right.
Yeah, at 56 years old, you ain't running that fast.
Talk about a few of the things you were saying on stage that I one of the things I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay, go ahead.
Something that I'd heard. I've been hearing a lot more people who are more, financially literate than me.
Okay.
Talk about how to leverage life insurance.
Good question, my man. Well, the insurance game is really...
Because I'm very confused about it, but I've heard it so many times, and people who I know, they're like, yeah, you can get tax-free money. Like so.
See, it's a lot of levels to the tax, right? So let's take whole life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Whole life insurance, if you created a policy, you call whoever your agent is,
let's say Farmers or whatever.
Let's say State Farm. And you say, hey, I want to open up a whole life insurance policy. Let's just take $100,000. You put 100,000 in, and over the course of time, that money will grow so fast that you become your own bank. So let's say now you only got 100,000. Let's say you got 200,000, but you want to take 75,000 out to buy a car, put it towards
Invest
your
in a
house,
business, house, whatever.
You can do that, and they won't tax you on the money. What they do is you'll still pay what you're paying on that policy, but when you die,
it comes out.
They take it off the top.
Oh, so you're almost like borrowing from yourself after you die.
Exactly.
But it's tax-free.
Exactly. That's whole life insurance. And these are things I think they should teach you in school, right?
Yeah, because at any given time, if an emergency happens or you have a business opportunity present itself, and you might think to yourself, well, I don't have it.
You don't have it. But if you had this, bam.
So let's say you get $100,000 insurance policy, life insurance policy.
Mm-hmm. And you want to take 5,000 out, 10,000, you don't have to pay that back.
Wow.
They'll take it when you die.
That's
as long as you keep paying your policy.
Right, you got to keep paying the policy.
Yeah,
of course.
you got to keep paying the policy, but you can do that.
Do people can you have multiple life insurance policies?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some of you Derek Jeter has a policy on everybody in his family.
I mean, I feel like when you hear that out loud, it sounds bad unless you know why.
Yes,
right.
But it's smart, and people are afraid to take out insurance, especially some men. If your wife or a daughter say, "Dad, we should take out insurance," some people say no because you don't want to make the other person rich. You don't want the other person. That's the mindset of most people. But in actuality, people are afraid to create a legacy. You have to have a legacy and that's one of the best ways, insurance, to do that. If you have,
that's smart.
But then structure it too, because when you get free money, you're gonna run through it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why most people, they turn 18, they get a credit card.
Exactly. If you leave anybody any money and they didn't work for it, unless they have true discipline or very, very frugal, they running through it, because they never had that kind of money at one time.
Yeah, because I know some people will set up like a trust to pay out your family once you're not there.
Right? Yeah, you certain amount,
or you gotta do something, like you gotta go to school, you gotta get a degree, and then you're gonna get this payment.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep, you have to structure it. But I've known people that got millions and ran through it in a couple years.
It's crazy.
One of my female friends, and she inherited 1.2 million. Less than a year and a half, it was all going. And you know how her answer was? I had a good time.
But now what?
Exactly.
But now what?
And I'm glad you brought that up because the world needs to hear this,
Yeah.
And then you got a thing called term life insurance. And term life insurance is like about 9 years, but you pay on it every month.
Okay.
It's protection. No man should be walking the street
without some sort of
insurance, just in case you die.
Right.
You don't want to put that burden on your family.
Right.
So you have term life insurance, but the clever thing about term life insurance is after 9 years, they give you every dime back. It was like a savings account. And that's called surrender. They'll send you something in the mail.
Because you're alive.
Yeah. They send us in the mail and say, you could surrender your account. And they'll send you could fill out the forms. They'll send you back all that money every dime.
Can you borrow against the term?
No, you can't borrow against that.
But that's just something that is, instead of you putting, does it grow in that?
It doesn't grow.
Okay.
But you're protected. But imagine 9 years, you put something in the...
And also that money it's yours. If you don't die, you're getting it back.
Yes. And if you don't want to be insured anymore.
Right. So let's say 6 years in, you're like, you know what, I'm good. I need my money back.
No. They won't do it that way.
Okay.
They'll tell you when it's time they want you to surrender your account. You can't tell them. You can't say, I got this money here.
So it's not a bad idea to do a version of both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the insurance thing, and you want to have burial insurance.
And so is that for when you pass?
Yes, because there's one thing. There's life insurance, and you got burial insurance. Burial insurance is strictly for the funeral, right? But then you let the people who you love, you could take that, or you could take the money out of the life insurance policy and pay for the burial. My kids is all set up. I got my stuff I'm not having a funeral, so I'm getting cremated. Boom, I don't want even a service.
So you've already thought about all that? No funeral.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Your grandparents, at least people, I know, have their whole funeral and everything set up.
So for you, you'd rather be cremated and then have your ashes spread?
It's either cremation or I want my ashes to become a tree.
Oh.
Yeah, or you put my whole body in the ground in this thing. I forgot what my daughter said, and I could grow as a tree. and you're in a certain place. So I'm gonna do something unique and different.
But I feel like a funeral is like a vain thing to think about having because you're not there. You're not there.
But you know who did it the best in my lifetime?
Who?
Queen Elizabeth.
It was on TV.
Yeah. You saw how her funeral was? Did you even look at it a little bit?
I saw some of it, yeah.
Listen to me. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was masterful.
I think that funerals help families grieve.
That's true.
Because it brings everyone together and, you know, it helps.
And let me tell you how I look at it. I lost my mother, my dad, and all my brothers before I was 40. Mm-hmm. I've been to so many funerals, it drive your head crazy. As I've gone through life, you know, people invest in a lot of things, right? People invest in gasoline, Tesla stock, and all that. I want people to invest in their time. Time is the most precious commodity that you have that's taken for granted.
For sure.
And when I pass, I'm giving the world a gift. What I'm saying to you, don't come to my funeral. This time that you have, continue doing what you're doing. Just take a moment to say T to the MFK.
Right.
And keep it moving because I'm not saying that I want to waste your time.
Right.
I just understand how powerful time is. And that's my gift to the people. I want them to really take their time seriously because could you imagine if everybody had $1 for all the time that they wasted?
It is crazy. And the amount of things that we can waste our time on now is greater than ever.
Yes. Because there's a terminology most people don't use called time wasters. We all have met them.
Mm-hmm. People in our life wasting your time.
Yeah, we always met somebody that was a time waster.
Right.
It's crazy.
Someone who doesn't respect your...
Yes.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I got a few of those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when I do business on the phone, what I do is for someone is talking to me about doing a show, before we hang up the phone, you got to send me $2,000 to $5,000. That way I know you're serious. You're not getting off the phone with me and I picked up that call. And you going about your business, you decide you're going to do something else because you wasted my time. And it also makes sure that when people reach out to me, they're prepared.
They already know what it is.
A lot of people don't know. They're not prepared when they call you. They'll say, "Oh, I'm thinking about." No, I'm not the person you think about. When you called me, you should have been knowing what you're doing.
We're doing this or we're not doing it.
Yeah. Don't play with me.
Do your homework and then call me.
Right. Then do your homework, then call me.
Yeah.
I'm too busy, and I stay booked.